Hey friends, how are you guys? Really short video. I would just want to share a little tidbit about um, the dream states. And the dream states are now being anchored into another multi-dimensional frequency. That's the only way I know how to explain it. Your dreams are now going to start putting you in different scenarios where you're actually going to be doing this type of work. It's kind of weird to explain this, but I'll just tell you guys a great example. So yesterday, I wasn't feeling too well. I've been kind of nauseous lately. Like I think either it's a stomach bug or different things in the world right now are cosmic shifts and everything. They oftentimes hit me first before a lot of people because I always keep myself open to everything, and I know I shouldn't, but I do anyway. But I dozed off, took a nap, and I had this dream. It was a vision, but it wasn't really a dream or a vision. It was actually, I was in another form of consciousness, like I was another person. Right? The dog agrees with me. And I was with a male and a female, and we were in, I guess, an area of excavation, and we ended up going into a ruin, and in the ruin, it's a whole long story. It was like a camping trip, and my cousin was there, and it was just a lot of mixed up things that I have to sort out with this whole situation. But all I can remember was that it took hours to get to this temple, and the temple was called Origins of Humanity something. It was just Origins of Humanity. And it kept saying, these people kept walking around singing and chanting, Origins of Humanity, Origins of Humanity. And it was just a chant that was on and on. And they just kept singing and chanting the same thing over and over and over. The people looked like average people, like of today, but their clothes weren't of today. It was of another era and time. And mind you that this was a ruin, so it does go underground, and so that I think that there were some ties to the Hollow Earth and the people who had lived there for some time now. Like, these are people who are still alive who've been there for like hundreds of years. Not being exposed to the artificial sun, not being exposed to chemtrails and all this junk, they were able to maintain their same youthful form. But I think what they were trying to tell me was that things are going back to the origins of humanity, or we are soon to discover the origins of humanity. We're going to learn about the origins of humanity. This is something that I've been hoping and wondering and praying about for a very long time, because I don't want to be here living this life going through all this suffrage and affliction without really knowing why are we here in the first place. So always just try to make that a verbal dialogue to a lot of people. We have to start considering, why are we here? I ask that myself every day. Why are we here? What's the purpose of us humans? Besides our soul and our consciousness, like what is the whole point? And I try to be somewhat of an anchor to whatever degree that I can to really help people understand, these different perspectives or whatnot. I'm just rambling. Anyways, but Origins of Humanity, something's brewing up, something is well on its way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a very beautiful, I don't even want to say dream or vision, because I was literally physically there. I remember climbing the rocks, I remember that there was no light, no lanterns or anything, but there were bodies of people or entities that were illuminating different colors to help guide us to where we needed to go in order to discover this temple. And it was the Temple of Humanity. There was some other word that I forgot. So when I woke up, I was like, darn it, I forgot the words. But it's all coming back to me. The fascinating part of it is, I remember I guess the dream part of it was, I was with my cousin, and I was asking her, do you remember us getting back to the car? She's like, yeah, I remember. It took us forever to get back to the car. I'm like, I don't remember us walking back to the car. I do not remember us with flashlights. I don't remember anything about us getting back to the car. But for some odd reason, we parted ways and we went back home. So it's kind of weird, but another crazy day with the life of Aaron Davis. Words for wisdom. All right, I'm home. I'm going to eat some lunch and take another nap. But I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.